Good morning. We're going to walk through how to apply for the Tennessee Reconnect grant. If you go to the tennesseereconnect.gov site, you're going to click here, and then you're going to scroll down the screen, and it'll tell you to create a user account here. Some of you may already have an account, so if you do log in, but we're going to go through creating a login. All right, you're going to create a username, and then enter your first name and your last, and a social security number. I, of course, will not use a correct one. A date of birth. Okay, and then you're going to enter your email address, and then they're going to ask you to re-enter it, and then you're going to create a password. So for your password, it needs to be letters and numbers. So you're going to create one that is at least 6 characters long, and then you're going to re-enter it. And scroll down the screen, and you're going to pick some challenge questions. So you can look through the list and see what you like. I've got my favorite aunt. That would be Lucinda. My favorite uncle. And that would be John. And my first job. And that was as a cashier. Then you're going to pick personal image. You can pick anything, just something that you would remember. I guess I will pick the mouse, and then you click here to acknowledge, and then you create your account. Okay, so you'll see this screen. So then you're gonna log in. Enter your username, and then log in. And it's gonna ask me again who my, because it's a new computer, who my aunt is. If you want to, if it's your own computer, you can click here to register it, so you don't have to do that each time you access your account. Then I see my personal image of the mouse. Enter my password. And then I get to this screen. And so basically, you're just agreeing to everything. And you're going to need to click that you are either, okay, a citizen of the United States or an alien lawfully present. So if all of these are accurate, you hit accept. All right, so I have no financial information. So to apply, you're going to go here to apply for scholarships and see how it shows all the different ones that are out there. We're going to scroll down the screen, and we're going to find for spring, it is the Tennessee Reconnect application 2018-2019. If you're doing for next fall, then it is going to be the one right here, the 2019-2020. So we're going to click there. I am going to agree. And then I'm going to enter some information. All right, so your address. And I live in Anderson County, so I pick that. And enter your home phone because that is required. Okay. You've got the date of birth already entered from the other screen. And you need to fill out the gender. And for the race, you don't have to respond, so pick no response if you don't want to give that. And then you're going to confirm your email address again. And then scroll down. All right, so it's going to ask several questions here. What is the highest level of education you've completed? I'm going to select a high school diploma. Have you ever taken courses prior to this? I'm going to say no. Am I currently in the military or ever been in the military? No. Then it asks if I plan to work while I'm in college. I'm going to work one full-time job. Then it asks, do you have children or other dependents for whose care you're responsible? I put no. When would you most likely be able to attend classes? So I would select evenings. And when do I want to start? So we're looking at the spring, so I'm going to put in 3 to 6 months. Then it asks, where do you plan to access the internet if there are assignments you need to complete online? So I'm going to select I have internet access in my own home and scroll down a little bit. Ask if I have reliable transportation. I do. Then you're going to pick 3 items that you feel like could be a challenge for you while you're trying to return to school. If there aren't any challenges, you can just select none of the above. I might put family responsibilities, time management, maybe work demands. Okay. Then you are going to enter your current income for you and your spouse if you're married. Okay. And the next section here is where you're going to rank the questions. And 1 is not at all like me, and 6 stands for very much like me. So the first question is, if I do not understand a task at work or in class, I ask a supervisor or instructor to explain it to me. So if you're good about asking, then you would mark a 6. If you're not, you would mark a 1. If I need help with something at work or in class, I ask a colleague or classmate or supervisor instructor for help. I'm going to say I'm not as good at doing that. I almost never ask for help at work or in class, even when the work is too hard to complete on my own. So they've changed this around so it's a negative. So if you strongly agree that you don't do that, you'd put a 6. If you disagree that you would ask for help, you'd put a 1. Next one is, I almost never ask for help from colleagues or classmates or supervisors, even when I need it. So if you never do, you would mark a 6. I'm going to mark a 2. All right, here's a few more statements. All right, instead of preparing for some deadlines, I often spend time doing other things. So if you kind of put off your deadline, you would strongly agree here. I'm going to disagree. I often delay simple tasks for days or weeks. So if you do that a lot, if you procrastinate, you'd pick a 6. I truly accomplish all the things I plan to do in a day. So if you strongly agree that that always happens, you'd pick a 6. Or just sort of agree, a 5. I often find myself performing tasks that I had intended to do days before. So that means that you're doing it after the fact. You'd wanted to get it done earlier. So if you disagree with that, you'd go here. I often have a task finished sooner than necessary. And that is very much like me. So I pick a 6. All right, then you just pick the school that you're most interested in. And for these, we are just going to pick, let's look, they're all in there. All right, I'm going to pick Rhone State, right, and then scroll down, and then you hit this release so that they can contact you and also the school on your behalf. So continue, and then you get to the application confirmation page. So that means you've successfully completed the application, which is wonderful. And then you're going to want to click OK, and then that's going to generate your student success plan. And for that, you can download it and save it right here, or you can print it. And that's the basics, and hope you enjoyed the video and that you find it helpful.